All right, Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 out there pushing this truth. This is a brother Yachanan from the GMS Houston camp. And this lesson is based off of a few things that were spoken at the Tuesday camp, going into Esau Edom and how he how he shows himself that he is the Most High, that he is God, that he doesn't need Yahweh or whatever, and how he's covered up the images, painted over them, made them to look like his own image, when that's simply not the truth. And he isn't a God. He's the basis of men. And he also has no understanding, because if he had understanding, he would know that the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, put him in this position and is getting ready to take him out of this position. As you can see, his kingdom is crumbling each day. You know, you see and you hear news about this place falling, whether it's they had to raise the debt ceiling again, whether there's another mass round of layoffs, immigrants, uh, soldiers described as immigrants crossing over the border, the infrastructure failing, the roads failing, the what is it? Yeah, now they're constantly finding these parasites and different kind of bacteria in the water now that are wreaking havoc on people. The women are out of control. The men are sissified. It's just a beautiful thing to see. How is that? What is that? I don't remember. It's a beautiful thing to see your children growing up, and then the fall of your enemies. Roughly paraphrasing. I know that's in Sirach, but I always forget. But anyway, this world has been given into Esau's hands. So this is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Yes, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Look who's ruling right now. I've heard a few people say that so-called black people are Esau Edom, but that's not what the prophecies say. We're not ruling. So-called black people are ruling right now. Where? In Africa? Barely. Africa is one of the laughing stocks of the world. Come on, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. If you want to fly, if you want to be a pilot, you got to speak English. The world currency right now, even though it's failing, is the dollar. Everybody comes to America. All these foreigners or whatever, they dye their hair blonde, get blue contacts. Moab and Ammon, they get what eye whitening surgery, so they don't look like they got slanted eyes anymore. They want the eyes to look big like fucking Americans or Esau. They want to look like Esau, not Americans. What else do they do? Oh, they also bleach their skin over there so they can look more whiter and more whiter. I just got more darker and more darker. It's like it. like I need to watch some different shows. I've always been watching Boondocks. But anyway, this is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. And the judges are the Most High, Yahweh, his son, Yahweh Shai, the angels. He's covered them all up. They look like so-called the white man. They look like him, all frail and perverted. If not, where and who is he? So let's go to the next one. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. What day? The day of Yahweh, the Yahweh Shai's return. This is getting ready to happen. It would not be any closer, or it would not be happening if Esau Edom, the so-called white man, was not revealed here. Except there come a falling away first. And what was that falling away? Uh, what is it? The siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD, when we were scattered completely out of Jerusalem. We were completely scattered out of the land. And now we've completely fell away from being Israelites. And now in these last days, we're being woken up and brought back into remembrance that we are Israelites. We are the next up in rulership. Read Daniel 2, read Daniel 7. It's all throughout the scriptures. Israel is set up next to rule. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And what's that perdition mean? This is G684. This is Apoleia, the destroying, perishing, that son of destruction. So who's the people that are destroying the whole world? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And let's continue on. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself. So everything that he does, he opposes himself. To whom, I know, Slakia. Let's see. He that is evil to himself, whom shall he be good to? Roughly paraphrasing that. I know I got it here right somewhere. This is Sirach 14 and verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasures in his goods. So he's evil to himself. He's evil to everybody, himself. He's destroying the whole world. Like, nigga, you got to live here. What are you doing? He doesn't care. But anyway, back to this. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or Yahweh. So he puts himself above God. He says he's God. Now he's the creator, or that is worshipped, so that he as a God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So he put himself as the angels. Yahushai put himself as God. He put himself as all the people of the Bible. But whenever he makes like a movie about, biblical times, or around when Yahushua was around, everybody's Edomite and they speak with British accents. But Judas Iscariot, he's a Jake. He's a so-called black man. Man, get the fuck out of here. And then I just had some images. Let me see. What's this next one? Oh, also here in First Maccabees, because this gives you another clue what they did, because this is what they did. They've been trying to get into Israel, into their to put themselves as the Most High. This is First Maccabees 3 and 48. This is when the Maccabees had recovered the temple after it had been turned into a gymnasium, into a whorehouse. After the Greeks had took over, they had their sacrifices in there. They're sacrificing pigs, doing all kinds of disgusting acts to this holy place. This is First Maccabees chapter 3 and 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint their likeness, or paint the likeness of their images. So they had been trying this. This is during the Maccabees time. They had been trying to put themselves into Israel, to what's the word? Superimpose themselves. Now what's the word they call it? Replacement theology, supersessionism. Well, they can't look. The Lord promised this to Israel. The Lord ain't gonna break this promise for none of y'all, especially you heathen, the basest men that are less than a drop from a bucket. So this is, a couple of images I'm gonna show. This is who they show as God. Look at that. Oh wow, look at that. It was so sad. Oh my gosh. It doesn't even fit the description of the Most High. Like, not at all. Let me see here. Slacky. Just gonna look something up real quick. I'm on in between the. This is. Let me get Daniel 7 and 9. This is Daniel 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. Who's the Ancient of Days? He has no beginning and no end. This is Yahweh, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool, and his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So let's look at this. It says his garment was his white, or his hair on his head was like pure wool. That don't really look like wool. That look like some long, stringy Edomite hair. Well, let's look at the next one. What is? That might have Jesus. Oh no, the next one. No, that's the angels. My bad. This is a more accurate description. Maybe this one. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Even though, it's an artist rendering, this ain't actually what he looks like. But still. Continuing on, this is what they made his son. This is what the so-called Jesus supposedly looks like. Another long, stringy-haired hippie. Which, what does this go back to? Serapis Christus? Like, it doesn't even fit the description. Let's look at the description of Yahushai. Let me see here. Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13. And this is John the Revelator speaking, who was actually with Yahushai. And if you start from verse 1, it tells you more. This is Yahweh. He's seeing Yahushai. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. And if you look up that word burned in a furnace, that is burnished, like burnished bronze. That is super dark. It's not pitch black. It's not lily white. It's a very beautiful looking bronze. It's a very beautiful dark brown. And his head and his hairs were white like wool. So let's look at that. That's Yahweh. This is Yahweh Shai. The image I also wanted to show, like this one. I like this image here. That ain't what he looks like, but that's a good depiction. White as wool. That dark. That's a nice picture. But anyway, let's move on. This is Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High, or power saith, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? So the Most High, Yahweh is saying, what you have no business in this. Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. So they got they have the rulership. The earth was given into their hand. They took the scriptures. They made themselves the images. And then what they do? They turn around and said, "Oh, the laws are done away with. Nah, we don't even need God anymore. Whatever. Just throw the words behind you. You can eat pork. The law says you not to eat pork. You can be with other men, women, whatever. Who cares? You can how does it say? Charge usury. You can do whatever. Hey, do as you will. Jesus loves you. Jesus died because he died to get rid of the law. Fucking liars. When thou sawest a thief, then thou considerest with him, and was partakers with adulterers. Hey, you're all down with that. Any kind of wickedness, you're down with it. As long as you can get a cut, you're in with it. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, thy tongue framest deceit. And this man is a walking liar, like a living walking. Well, I don't remember the phrase. It's like you want to know how somebody's lying if their mouth is moving. Well, this nigga is lying every time he's talking. Anything that he says. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. And this is what they've done. They made us out like we're everywhere they've gone to, even though they're the border of wickedness. Everywhere they go, death, destruction, mayhem follows. Every place they've been to around the world, that country is either, if they not already tired of them, like they getting tired of them. Because everywhere they go, misery follows. And whenever they go places, they talk about us. They have the whole world through their witchcrafts believing that us Jake, even though Jake is wicked as all hell, they have Jake really, or the world believing that Jake is like this. Jake is really vile animals, beasts, even though they had a hand in doing this. They had a hand in putting drugs in all the communities, all the so-called Negro, Black, Latino, and Native American communities, putting a bottle to our lips, putting guns in our neighborhoods, doing all this. When you people are the ones that manufacture and make guns, and manufacture and sell drugs, you're the ones. These things thou hast done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest I was altogether such as one as thyself. Hey, and they do that. They got the saying. It's on a dollar bill. Let me see that because I know I just had it, but I got it somewhere. Here. Oh, here it is. Annuit coeptis. This is Annuit coeptis is one of two mottos on the reverse side of the Great Seal of the United States. The literal translation is "He favors our undertakings," and the other word for undertakings is enterprise. So let me get that too because I had it. I had this all in the same tab, but you know, an enterprise is an undertaking. And I'm gonna scroll down. This is oh, hold on. Here to catch hold of. It says entreprendre, to take, a contraction of prehendere or prehender, to catch hold of, to seize. So the Most High favors our seizings, our taking hold of the world, our taking hold of the Israelites, our taking hold of everything that we're doing, putting our faces as God, as Yahweh Shai, as Yahweh, as the angels. The Lord favors this. And why they think that? Because they didn't hear a reply back. They didn't hear. Here, let me read that again. Psalms 50 and 21. These things thou hast done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Who? I mean, he's reproving Esau. He's getting reproved right now. All what his own tongue is falling upon himself. Us, the Israelites, the men of GMS, and the men affiliated with GMS are bringing out all kinds of information about Esau, and his own people are doing that too. And we're reproving them. We're telling them, look, this shit ain't gonna last. You're gonna be a slave. You're going down forever. You're gonna be destroyed, and you ain't shit. The Most High set you up. You're the basis of men. You that little, hey, anyway, and set them in order before thine eyes. Who? The Israelites. the elect of Israel. Read Ezekiel 37. Those dry bones being raised up, getting flesh put on them, getting the spirit put back into them, life being put back to them. This is us. You thought we were dead. You thought it was all good. You had forever to rule. But nah, now that we're being raised up, the time is over.